My presentation today will be how my English has improved with my activities and my work that I've done. In this specific case, I will talk about my 100 points project and how it has developed my English. It can seem that it's not so clear that it actually has, but I still think that with this presentation I can convince you that it actually has. The presentation will follow this structure. First we'll describe my 100 points project, following 3 topics that are the main arguments for how it has developed my English, and then I will come to a conclusion. Before I go into the description of my project, I would like you to have this thesis that I wrote for this presentation and keeping it in your mind. I said that working with my 100 points project have improved my English, such as reading and listening, as well as my understanding of difficult text and terms and how to apply them. And keep this in mind during the presentation, because I think it will help you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, to my project. My project was that me and my friend, we had a 2-man band that we called Whale Story for unknown reasons. And our main goal was to record an album containing 4 songs that were written by us, written by my friend. And that meant we had to record it all by ourselves. So we had to do a lot of research of how we were supposed to do things. It was all about recording music, learning different instruments, arrangement, sound quality, especially the effects and equalizers. Was a lot of things that you had to learn. And these things are quite complicated if it is the first time that you're doing this. I've only worked with recording for half a year, maybe about 6 months. However, my special focus during the project was to choose a song, a famous song, and then I was going to record it by myself and try to sound as equal to the original track as possible. And that focus was to the song Help by the Beatles. Now the first time that I opened my recording program, it looked like this. And it looks quite clean, but where do I start? An even more important question, how do I find out how to start? What am I supposed to do? Well, eventually, after a lot of research and such, I managed to turn this into this, containing the complete song. But as I said, I had to do a lot of research to do this. That is my first argument. To do this, to get the information I needed, I have to do a lot of reading and listening. I've read several instruction manuals, both for my program and different instruments and a lot of things. As well as I read a lot of articles about how do I reach this specific sound, how do I sound like the Beatles, what am I supposed to do, how do I achieve this goal. And there's been manuals, articles and forums where people talk about how they have achieved the same thing, how they got into that point. So I would say that doing a lot of reading and of course the video tutorials, I think that in a way has improved my both reading skills and my listening skills in English. Because of course, as I said, a lot of reading and a lot of listening. So I think it has improved my reading and listening skills. My second argument for this is understanding. I think it's one thing to be reading English texts and listening to English, but it's even more difficult to actually understand them. Now, recording music is not an easy thing. There's a lot of difficult words and difficult terms, and you have to learn a lot of things, and it's very complicated. So I think understanding you have to read difficult text and to understand the whole context of them. That's a challenging part in its way. Of course, I would say combining different sources has also been a challenge. Not a very difficult one, but you still have to take in several different sources, and then you have to merge the context of all these together. And that, in a way, is also a good thing that has improved my English understanding. This just a picture of one of the instruction manuals of my recording program. And as you can see, there's a lot of different sections that I have no idea what they mean. So I have to really do a lot of reading and understanding of these texts. Now, to the final part, to my final argument, is applying what I've read to my work. Because after you've read about these different things, the different terms and different settings and everything, then you have to apply it to your work. And that is, then just taking a text and something you've read in your mind and applying it to your work is not easy at the first, but I think it's using what you've read that has helped me improve my English. And as, of course, I have achieved my goal then with this work. Secondly, this have actually challenged my speaking skills as well, because reading a difficult text or reading a difficult subject, for that matter, and then trying to share it to others is not as easy and that is also applying your reading skills and listening skills and then sharing it with others is also a bit of challenging. That has helped improve my speaking. So then, over to my conclusion. Have I confirmed my thesis? For my part, I think actually I have, because of what I've presented to you. I hope I've convinced you that I have improved these different, the listening and reading. But I would actually say that this has not only worked in my specific situation. I think that even in every working situation or every activity you do, even if it is school, if it is part-time work, I don't know, it will help you. If you have the use of English there, it will improve your English skills. And yes, that would be my presentation.